I don't know like how it decides which one is the main one. Whatever. Now you're scaring.
All
Yeah.
right, all right, all right, all right. Still doing it in Inception. Oh wait, I still got this. Oh, I need
you
to
sh-
mute it.
yeah. So you should be able to see it now.
All right, so boom. So now we're live. All right. Uh, hello, esteemed guest and people listening to this. This is Lord. I feel like it's been. I don't know why I didn't do this one time, and now I'm throwing off. Welcome to another episode of Pull Up Three. I am Paragon Don.
I'm Jemay.
And I'm Jay Trent.
Today we'll be talking more Unrivaled, more college basketball, and also some spicy free agency news. So which ones do we want to do first?
You want to talk about
Can
Unrivaled?
I?
Oh shit! I meant to post that today. I'll post it tomorrow.
Wait, listen, we can get Unrivaled today because the Phantom stink.
So the funny thing to me about Unrivaled so far this year is the fact that there are three 2-0 teams and then three 0-2 teams. So like power ranking is almost still subjective. Like you're still ranking teams based on how good they are. Like yeah, record plays a part, but it's like the three teams that have won are at the top, and the three teams that haven't won are at the bottom. So you just have to like take it from there. So let me ask y'all, of the three 0-2 teams, which one is the best between the Mist, the Rose, and the Phantom?
My hot take is that it's the Rose. Now hold on, don't jump me yet, because the Phantom, I would never believe in you. Yeah, I would never believe in you. Second, the Mist, and it's kind of the thing about the Mist, it just doesn't make sense. It shouldn't make sense because when you look at the roster, you're like, damn, y'all got everybody. So y'all shouldn't be 0-2. But then you watch them play and you remember that Stewie stinks. Um, sorry guys, she's beyond her prime. And don't tell me she is 1A and 1B no more. That shit's dead. That shit it's been dead. But it's really dead now. Like I don't want to ever hear it. Maybe she might be 2B. It's she is embarrassing you a little bit. Just saying, she embarrassing you a little bit. Um, so you might be 3 for real. Um, and it's starting to like show. And so in the moments that you think she's supposed to be the one that's like carrying the team, this lady, I don't think this lady has hit a single 3 the entire time she's been at Unrivaled. Like Stewie is supposed to be this very versatile player, can be a guard, can be a big, she can do everything. And one part of her game is now missing. And it's not even like she's being defended really hard, so she's missing shots. Like she's taking wide open threes and just blew it. But it's not really all Stewie's fault. I think some of it is the schemes they be running. Um, I think Yana had tweeted, Courtney Vandersloot shoots a lot to be on a team with Stewie and Jewel Lloyd. And I was just like, ha ha ha, like that's really funny. And then I looked at the box score and she was 2 for 11 and Jewel was 5 for 8. Ma'am, why are you shooting the ball? That is not your bag. That's not your bag. Like, Phil, what are you telling them to do? And I get that to some extent, Sloot is going to be open because people are not going to defend her as hard. But, ma'am, if you'd have missed the first 3, shooter still shoot, but you're not that girl. That's not really your bag. So like maybe we should work on getting Jewel open a little bit more so that can cook. And then you have Dejanay, which defensively she's doing really well, but offensively she looked crazy. She looked really crazy, and I hate that because I think she could really I think she's a really good player, but like she can't shoot at all. And I guess I never really realized that because her whole bag is like going to the rim and like she can finish and get the free throw, whatever. But like I be seeing her take shots and it's like, maybe you should hit that. You're wide open. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this feels like a move that you should be able to do, and it's not being executed. And then you got Rakia and Aaliyah, which, quite frankly, they kind of look the best to me. Aaliyah played that first game when they played Lunar Owls, and I was like, damn, she kind of cooking y'all. And then Phil Handy set them down. I was like, they literally just got y'all back in the game, and then you're gonna sit them back down. Are you slow? Like what are we doing here? Like what are we doing? Like that? What are we doing? And even Rakia, like that when they played. Who was the second team they played? Was it Vinyl? No. Rose?
It was the Laces.
Laces. When they played the Laces, Rakia was kind of struggling in that first half. But then she got going. She was really starting to get going. And I was like, okay, like they on to something. And then he set her back down. I said, Phil, all right, can you be for real for a second? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, I don't quite understand what his scheme is. And I get it. Like, you think, all right, like we're kind of going on a run. Let me put my superstars in. But this is not the time to be letting your superstars, like this ain't really for Unrivaled to be. I know people don't want to call it a developmental league, but that's what niggas doing. This is training. Like this is just training in a more serious way. And I think if that's your goal, like, yeah, you want to win, but if your rookies is cooking, like leave them in there. We don't need see Stewie airball. Like I don't want to see it no more. I'm tired of her actually, quite frankly. So they look crazy to me, and this is not to say that they can't get better, but they just look crazy. Like the whole team look crazy, except Jewel. Surprisingly, she's the only one that I'm kind of like, huh. She might actually be back in her bag, which don't make sense because she is actually supposed to be the one that's streaky as fuck.
It makes sense because she's about to play for the Aces.
Don't start. We're not starting there. We're not starting there.
We have to. We gotta build it. We gotta build to get there.
My bad.
But yeah, I did check. Stewie is 0 for 9 from 3.
Exactly.
In these 2 Unrivaled games.
It's funny because I know you had to do math to do that because Unrivaled does not put field goal percentages on their stats, and I think they know.
I just pulled the box scores up. Yeah.
You gotta go to the box score of each game and then do some math. Because them niggas, if you go to stats for their team pages, it got minutes and all that. It should do 9 field goal percentage. Because I feel like they know. Well, this is not what this is for, but at the same time, I need to know. Stewie was 2 for 11 the first game and 7 for 17 the second game. So, I don't know. Unrivaled is kind of weird to look at because it's like the best players are playing like 12, 14 minutes, and like the bench players are playing like 6 to 8. And like that doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in the first game with the Lunar Owls and the Mist, Fee played 19, and like I don't see nobody else that is like played in that range. But I don't know. You mentioned Phil Handy, and it's like to me, Phil Handy is like a more motivational speaker / trainer. So and again, I will always say that a lot goes into coaching outside of what is produced on the court. So I don't know what he's going through with them or what he may actually be showing them. He may be showing them a lot more than we're giving him credit for. But I feel like every time I see anything positive about him, it's like he's just like talking into someone and people being like, yeah, this is hard. And it's like, I don't really know if that's I mean, I don't think that's enough. I mean, I guess I appreciate it. Like, it's one of them like quotes that you'll hear like to start an intro of a highlight reel. Like, you gotta want it better than you want to breathe, than you want to eat, like that type of stuff. And it's like, of course the drills and developmental aspect, he's great with that. But like, if you about to be playing people who are supposed to be already developed, then I don't know how much he's offering personally. Um,
Yeah, I think something that Jemay said that's kind of important is this is still like it's still a work on your game type uh league. So it's still like a lot of the things that we see is it's a work in progress. Like not even as it pertains to the Miss specifically, but like watching the Rose games, you saw Angel Reese take a lot of those, well, a couple at least of those like mid-range jumpers, which I think is something that would be useful to add to her game going
Mhm.
into next season. So I'm not really surprised to see that. So it doesn't surprise me that the first couple of games have looked pretty clunky for some of these teams because what I don't know what scheme quote unquote is going to be implemented or the lineups that they're going to look to deploy going forward. It could look different as the season goes on. Who knows? They might add in another wrinkle, like they might bring in another free agent in like a week or two. Who knows?
Lunar
But
Owls need to get one. Let's be clear too, because that's why the fee playing fucking 19 minutes because they ain't got nobody up there. That's insane.
yeah, the Laces, who I have as my number one team, Jackie Young has yet to play, which is part of the reason why I have them at number one because they look the way that they look without her playing. So, but yeah, I wonder. Of course, it'll change week to week. Of course, each team has only played two games, but I'm kind of I'm kind of interested to see where these teams go from here and like what they look to build on, what players they look to empower more going forward. So
I say, to my miss. I slandered them a bit, but like they look bad, but it with the thought in mind that they can improve. Like I'm okay with Dejanay looking bad on offense. Like this is obviously something she needs to implement to like carry her game forward. Like it's not a bad thing that they look bad, except for Stewie, because you too old for this shit. Everybody else, y'all got it. Work on y'all craft. But Stewie, please, sister, I need. I think the thing that gets me about Stewie is because it's like I think you can see that it's frustrating her that she's not able to play in the way that like she played at her peak, but it doesn't seem like she's trying to change anything per se about her game. Like, sister, if you would have missed the last couple of I know the turnaround midi with the hand in your face is your bag, but you're not hitting them. So I need
mhm.
you to like, pull a shy and draw the foul. Do something different. Like I need you to like try to change your bag, which obviously I think like too is like a part of this, right? Like this is an opportunity for her to like figure out how she can still be effective like going forward. Because at the end of the day, she still is Stewie. So like there's still something there. It's just like, girl, do something. Like, can we please do something? But to the Laces point, they're not my number one because Vinyl's still 2-0. So they're gonna have to lose a game before anybody top them. But bro, Alyssa Thomas and Kayla McBride is crazy. Like,
My laces.
I, I we're gonna get to free agency, but like, Cheryl need to be making some calls. I don't know. Like, she needs to get on the phone because the way that K-Mac and AT play together, I'm like, shit, she need to call Tiff Hayes too. You know what I'm saying? Get the whole group over there because the way they like seamlessly play together is kind of crazy. Like, you just met this girl last week. How did you how you know where she gonna be at already? Like, I don't. It's kind of wild too because I feel like, I mean, I guess in theory it kind of makes sense. You know, K-Mac is a shooter, AT is a passer, so in theory it can kind of make. But just the way that I feel like they both kind of play, I don't know. I feel like it don't make sense in my mind. But like seeing them on the floor, I'm like, this is very weird but very fascinating.
To answer your original question, Jay, I do think the best out of the worst is also the roast. Like Jemay said, the fandom just stink. That's just very three thumbs down if we can get another one. Um, I just it didn't move me from the start, and it's not moved me since. I just don't. And obviously, 3-on-3 basketball is such a different type of game. Like a part of this is I think that in the W, like bigs are so much more important. And I feel like that's not really the case in this league. Um, because it's just so much more room to operate and like guards and especially wings can really like move like a lot. Um, so like, and then of course, Satu was really good at basketball, but also it's like
She stinks. She
it's
stinks.
it,
Let's say call a
it's
spade a spade. She looked terrible. Satu looked bad. Like if people looked at her Unrivaled stock and was like and based it on her like WNBA, like nobody would want her because she looked crazy. She looked crazy. Anyway,
for me, it just seemed like every time she gets a chance to be like, yeah, this is my shit for real. It's just like, it's not your shit for real. I don't know. And I think it maybe just I'm like biased because every time Satu would come back, people would be like, yeah, this is the best player on the wings, and it's like
no,
it's
she's not.
not.
She's not. Clocked it.
It's just I don't believe that. Like it's nice. It's a nice thought. It's cute. Uh, but yeah, so maybe it's just a bias to me. But it's like you got her, Sabrina. I mean, she's shooting like she was in the finals. She may potentially still be nursing the injury, which sucks. BG is not the BG of the past. As another person who is almost time. Uh, Mother Time is knocking on that door. Um, and it's just the pieces of that team just
Who else they
who
got?
drafted this is what I'm
Now, let's see.
Who the other?
Sabrina, Satu, BG, Natasha Cloud, Katie Lou, Natasha Heidemann or Tisha Heidemann and Marina Mabry. It's like
Okay.
even with Marina Mabry
The
there.
insane part about this, like we just heard the list. Katie Lou has been playing some of the best basketball I ever seen. Y'all know how I feel about her, but she's been playing some of the best basketball I've ever witnessed.
In that was it the first game? Was it the first game that they played, or was it this most recent game?
I think it was against the Vinyl. She was kind of going
Yeah,
off.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
This most recent game. Yeah, she looked good. She looked good.
Against
She was
against the
against
vinyl,
the Vinyl. She did have a good game.
she played 5 minutes and had 11 points, 3 rebounds, one assist and one steal, and she shot 5 for 9 from the field.
Yeah, she looked good. I mean, she didn't play a lot.
Which don't make sense. Y'all down by 20, but continue.
She didn't play a lot, but she did look good in the spot minutes that she got, which is basically what they were.
I said she was
Yeah, it
defending
feels like
Aaliyah.
to me.
I was like, ooh.
Yeah, to me, in 3v3, it looks like the type of bigs that are more valuable per se is these switchable, rangy bigs or like big wings, which is why I'm surprised that Satu hasn't really got. Well, she was 5 for 9 in this last game, but that feels like her bag. Like it's the reason I feel like the vinyl having a big like De'Erica Hamby is so valuable because that's her game, and it's the reason that she worked so well with the 3v3 team in the Olympics too. Like those are the type of bigs that I think 3v3 works best for. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Satu kind of hit her stride as games go on, but yeah, it didn't look great to start. And I do think having Marina would help them too, because they clearly need some movement shooting of some sort.
Yeah. I do think having Marina. But even to like even having Natisha playing with who was that? Was she playing with I don't know. I feel like the game she played, she looked really good too. Um, there was a lineup. I think it was the lineup with her, Katie Lou, and I don't know who the last person is, but it was definitely them two. And I was like, wow, they actually look pretty good out here. Like I'm kind of moved a little bit, you know. And it's like y'all are not the people I should be moved about. I will say the thing about Sabrina. I don't think she's actually looked that bad, but her defense has kind of cracked me up a little bit because there was this one play in particular where I think was it Ryan or Enrique? One of them had beat her to the basket. And she had gave up on the play. Like she was like, whatever, I'm not finna do nothing. But she still was standing there and they called a foul on her. And she was like, she was so mad. And I was like, I get why you mad because you didn't do shit. Like, you should have moved out the way. But I was like, you tried to do the bare minimum and you still took an L. That's a little embarrassing, Bookie. Like, don't maybe try out next time. But yeah, I don't know. The Phantom, they're probably gonna be at the bottom of my list for a little bit. To the Rose though, and I know it's funny because last time I said their best big is Angel Reese, and that's very problematic. One, I think is problematic too because obviously Angel still has a lot of things to work on, which again, it's fine. This is what we're here for. But the other problem is, as Ray played so well, I think it was her, Ka, and Sykes. They were on the floor together. And I was like, oh, y'all actually kind of y'all look good. Like Azare was defending both De'Erica and Aaliyah pretty well. I mean, like obviously, you know, Aaliyah and De'Erica are bigger than her, so you know they got their body on her. She cooked just a tad. But I still think she like defended them pretty well, and like she's another one of those switchable bigs. And so when she got going, they looked really good. But it was also another situation of let me put my starters back in to see so y'all can carry us home. And it's like, no, actually, maybe you shouldn't have did that. Maybe you should just let them rock. Because they were kind of doing all right.
That's a good point actually. I didn't realize that in this game against the Lunar Owls, Lexi Hole only played 3 minutes.
Oh yeah, they were
Yeah,
mad about
but
that on the internet, which is crazy. I was like, hold on, because to that point, I was like, when the fuck y'all start caring about Lexi Hole? Like, no shade to my sister. I love Lexi down, but what y'all think Lexi Hole was gonna do against Courtney Williams? Like,
Yeah, it felt like a mostly a defensive thing. And Lexi is a good defender, but in terms of guarding primary ball handlers, that hasn't really been her strength to this point. So I didn't mind um a shorter stint for her. But what I was saying earlier about rangy bigs, I think as a Ray can kind of open some of that up
mm-hmm.
for the roles at some point. And obviously, I think Angel is an excellent defender already, and I think that she's still working on that, but she's already been a very good defender. I'm interested to see what the rookies look to add through this period because like we saw Angel take a couple of mid-range shots in the flow of the half-court offense. I would like to see her continue to work on that and to see how much that translates going into her second season.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that she's able to play with a point guard like Chelsea Gray because you got somebody that's going to find you in your spots whenever you're there. And even if you're not finishing at the level that you would like to be, that's the way that you get better.
Yeah.
So I do think that'll be helpful for them too.
Personally, I think the Rose and the Mist should swap. Sloop needs to go to the Rose, and Chelsea needs to go to the Mist. And hear me
Funny you
out.
say that.
It'll work because it don't really work. I don't really know if it works. I don't really think I even thought about why it would work or why it wouldn't. But if Slew is going to Chicago anyway, let's just start building the chemistry. And frankly, if Jewel want to go to the Aces, let's start building the chemistry. Or you might find out that Stewie is going to the Aces and KP is going to New York. I don't know. But let's start building the chemistry a little bit. I don't know.
Could be fun. Could be fun.
To the rookies point though, I think Rakia's shot selection has gotten I feel like I could tell she's been working on her shot selection, which I think will be really helpful for her going forward, obviously, because I do think sometimes it takes her a little minute to get going, because she's missing shots. And I think, if she could see one go down earlier, she can kind of get out of that like slump or whatever. I don't even want to call it a slump because, I feel like she's just kind of warming herself up. But like, sister, you got to warm up a little bit quicker than that. If the Sparks want to be good, like she gotta come out swinging. So that'll be cool. Aaliyah Edwards, I don't know if she's done anything differently besides like look really confident in the moves that she's making. When she was playing against Shakira blocked her real bad, and I was like, "That's your rookie. Please don't do that." But other than that, I feel like Aaliyah looked really confident and like she looked really just prepared to play and continue to do all the little things. So I'm not really sure what she's gonna add, but I do think adding confidence is an important part of her game, especially with like the injury she had last season and just kind of the minutes kind of being up and down. And you're going into a season where you might got to be the girl. I mean, you don't know who you're getting yet, but assuming it keeps Shakira and you and Brittany Sykes, like y'all gotta make something shake. So
it's a big three.
I think they're gonna have to. I think a confidence will be really good for her. Who else? Is there any other rookies? I think they're only three.
Everyone else is kind of young or young adjacent.
Yeah.
Aaliyah, Boston, putting the ball on the floor. She looked a little crazy. Not completely crazy, but a little crazy. But I like it. I like it. Once she start really like doing like the what do you call it? A little, I don't know. Once she started though, y'all are cooked. Y'all are cooked. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, we haven't talked about our vinyl yet, but more more hub work for Aaliyah Boston 2025, please. More dribble handoffs, more short roll playmaking. Like I love to see Aaliyah getting the ball in the high post and finding cutters, making those quick decisions. And even if that means you're taking more mid-range shots, that's a quick decision that you can make that helps the flow of the offense for Unrivaled and for the Fever. Just
Mm-hmm.
the fact that they trust her to make those decisions with the ball. I think that'll be a pretty big development for her. So I would enjoy to see that. It's fun watching Enrique cook as she's one to do. The first game, watching Ryan Howard get hot, of course, that's always been something that's in her bag. So
I think the Ryan in game one was incredible. First of all, and I love that she at the end was like, I'm the best player on the floor, and I just like need to prove that. And I'm just like, hell yeah, Ryan, hell yeah. Tell these, because they be trying to play you. They really be trying to play you. So tell these people. And even in the second game, like she didn't shoot as well, but I think I still feel like she found ways to be impactful and also hitting shots when she needed to hit them. You know, like you can have a bad efficiency night, but if you hit the shot, you know what I'm saying? You hit the game winner. Nobody remembers that. Nobody remembers that. We don't care. We don't know what that was. I'm not even gonna. I think I do remember what she shot, but I don't care. I'm not bringing that up because
That sound like Schuyler both games.
Exactly. Skylar Diggins is insane. Okay, what that game, the second game winner? I don't think that lady scored in the entire first half. Hitting a game winner and not scoring the entire first half is crazy. And then she still ended the game with like 9. I was like, bro, you played like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I see. The second game for the vinyl, De'Erica was actually the leading scorer in that game, which I think that track. She was 9 for 11 from the field in that game. Like she just had it going. And the thing about having a rangy big that can get downhill off screens and is just comfortable finishing at that level, that's important playing threes. And I like the fact that they can bring in Jordan Canada off the bench to get downhill because that's what she's going to do. When Jordan Canada is in the game, she's there to put pressure on. Like she's going to attack the rim offensively, and she not always gonna have it. In that last game, she was 2 for 7, but the fact that she's so willing to drive, that kind of gives an opportunity for your shooters to be open. So that's gonna open up shots for Ryan or for Ray Burrell or for Enrique off the ball. I don't know how many minutes they'll play together, but it that helps.
Yeah, De'Erica was credible. She couldn't miss. I was like, damn, De'Erica really hooping right now. Maybe don't sit her down. I don't know. Aaliyah, maybe you have to sit this one out. And Aaliyah was playing kind of bad in the first half. I was like, sister, please get it together. Just take a breath. But yeah, De'Erica looked really good. Ray Burrell, I'm a stick beside her. I'm in fact a stick beside her. But she played like she has a 3-second shot clock. Like it almost feels like the fucking ball is on fire. I gotta let this go. I'm like, Bookie, you don't. you can take a couple dribbles. You can survey the floor. You could. Everything she does is chaotic, and I just like if she just scaled it back 50%, she might be cool. She can't like. Because it's not even that I feel like the shots she be taking or the drives that she make are bad. It's just like, let's focus on the finish and not just getting there. It's like, sometimes I feel like she's just like, all right, I got to go to the basket. I see the lane open. It's like, it is. It is. You can beat your defender. But if you don't finish the layup, we don't care. We don't care, actually. So maybe slow down a little bit. But I think... this would be really good for her development too, assuming she stays in LA. Like that'll be really helpful. Obviously, they need all the scoring they can get, so she gotta get right.
Do we have any unrivaled predictions before we go into college?
Final over anybody. Also, we didn't talk about the Lunar Owls, and I just want to talk about Alicia Gray real quick. I know she didn't have like a crazy game. It's like this last game, I think she shot.
Didn't she have like 20?
Yeah, she did have 20. She did have 20. She was 2 for 6 from three, but she was getting to the basket, and like it's just having a willing shooter like that. That's gonna open your offense up, and then pairing her with either of the ball handlers on that team, whether it's Skylar or Courtney Williams. That's to me, Leash is the perfect complementary wing. Like if you have a star who wants to have the ball in her hands, having a player like Leash on the floor with her is going to work wonders for your offense.
Can Leash
And
be
Nafisa Collier looks like the best player out here. So like that's just what she's been so far. Like she's just been the best player on the floor.
That's what she looked like for most of the playoffs. So I think she just
yeah
running that continuing to run that shit. I was gonna ask, do you think Leash could be a number 2 on a championship team, or would she need to be a 3?
I hope she could be the number 2 on my team.
She is absolutely a phenomenal complimentary piece.
Honestly, I don't know. I want to say yes. But I think it depends on the way the roster is built. Probably ideally as a third, because she's such a good he's such a good shooter and such a good defender. Like if your roster is built to where she's the number 3, you're probably the favorite.
Yeah.
But if she's your number 2, you got a shot. It just depends on how good your number 1 is and how well the rest of the roster is put together.
I would say I feel like I feel like Leash can be number 2 if you have like above average role players. Like I feel like if Atlanta right now just had a consistent serviceable big who could rebound, like a lot of shit would have just changed for them immediately. But to the Lunar Owls point, I don't know. Like, I don't know what none of their shooting percentages is, but they all look incredible to me. I have not watched them play a single minute and been like, damn, I'm not moved. Like, every time, it don't matter what rotation they got out there, I'm like, well, I'm moved. Courtney Williams and Fee it's like the duo is getting better, which is insane because it was already like really good. It's like, I think we peaked. We did not peak. In fact, there's still more to do. And Leash too, I think, has been really good. Too, because I feel like she's I think becoming a more willing shooter. And I feel like sometimes she looks like she's hesitating on shots, especially if she's not open. But it's like, girl, you can get open. Like you got something in your bag to where you can score. And I feel like she's kind of testing that out right now. And so I think she could be a number 2. I could buy that.
I think that's fair.
Now, on to college. I know some of the stuff we end up talking about, of course, was like things like LSU and South Carolina. And I know one of the games you mentioned was West Virginia and Iowa State. Obviously, Iowa State did not perform the way that. I mean, they've been performing the way they've been performing. It may not have been what we wanted, but
I don't think I really expected them to win, but I expected the game to be closer. Because West Virginia is a really solid team. And so in my mind, I'm like, if y'all can keep it close with them, then I'll know that like y'all could probably still make the tournament. Which I'm not saying that they probably won't make the tournament. I still think they will. They might be on the fringe now, but I still think I was like, they just could be so much better, and they just don't have it. And I don't know how they're going to really overcome that, especially when their main point guard is a senior. So what are y'all going to do next year? I don't know.
I feel like as long as they got Adi Crooks, somebody's more than willing to transfer.
Low key though, like, look, Bill, you need to make some calls.
Like just and my pitch would be to a point guard that's trying to move. Like, you don't have to do nothing but throw that bitch down there. This will be one of the easiest PG jobs you have ever had. And if she don't got it, she'll kick it back out.
I don't think Aaliyah Guyton, she plays for Iowa. I don't know if she's a PG, but I feel like she's the type of like energy player that I think Iowa State needs. Because she don't play a lot of minutes right now for Iowa, but I feel like whenever she gets in the game, like, she ready. And she's not putting up like crazy numbers or anything, but she just like okay, like we can do something with this. So, maybe he might want to try to poach her. I don't know. She already in your state. How far could it be? I don't know.
TCU lost to Oklahoma State.
Oh my God. Did y'all watch the end of that game? First of all, everybody is stupid. Everybody is stupid. I actually, they're not stupid. They're not stupid. Bro, okay. Let me just tell y'all how this fucking game ended. It is 60-59. It's about 7 seconds left. 6.9 seconds. Somebody from Oklahoma State is at the free throw line. Well, no, it's probably about 8 seconds left. Girl from Oklahoma State is at the line. She missed the first one. All right. Just hit the next one. You kind of give yourself a little wiggle room. She misses the next one. All right. TCU gets the ball, calls a timeout. They got 6.9 seconds. 6.9 seconds is a lot of time. Like, I think we would all agree that is enough time for you to run a substantial play and get the shot that you want. I don't know what the fuck Mark Campbell drew up, but it was not good. And I was so confused. So I think there's an Oklahoma State girl guarding the ball.
Wait. Jemay, I can pull it up.
Oh, to watch it? Yeah, actually, we should watch it because I was like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Oh, that's not what I did. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, wait. Boy, I stink.
Because
yeah.
I like, maybe y'all can explain to me what he was trying to do, but I'm like, brother.
This look like Haley Van Lith, save us, please.
No, look, okay, look though. Mind you, fucking Sedona Prince had 22 and 13.
Okay, so this is my thing. When it comes to late game situations like this, a thing that coaches like to do is we're just gonna let you ISO. Like they like to do that in late clock situations. Like I've noticed it a lot in NBA stuff too, where if there's like 6 seconds left, they'll just the primary whoever the scoring option is, they'll get the ball and the coach will just be like, all right, go win us the game. And that'll be the play. Like there's no play. It feels like everybody else is just standing there watching. And
No, because okay, but all right, yeah, true. I completely agree with you. Don, go all the way back. Like, let's just take a pause on like on where everybody is positioned. Go back to her holding the ball, like before she even throws it inbounds. Okay, we got Madison Connor over here to the closest to us. You got who the fuck is their fourth person? Oh, she's setting a screen over there. Haley Van Lith is coming up here. Why the fuck wouldn't you pass the ball? So Donna Prince is right here in the center. Why wouldn't you let her flash to the high post and give her the ball? I don't understand. You let Haley Van Lith come off this screen, and then you told Donna Prince to stand in the corner? Are we okay? Are we okay?
Yeah, no. Not a fan of that.
It almost looked, I mean, to me though, it almost looked like HBL was like, oh, like let me pass the ball to somebody. Like it looked like Sedona Prince was supposed to like post up, and she just never moved. She was like, all right, I got the rebound, which she won't even in position to rebound, right? Why are you backing away from the basket? Like, what are you doing? Like, you may be trying to open up the lane, but it's 3 defenders right there. Oh, I was like, you had 7 seconds and that's what you drew up? This is how people lose their jobs. Because, hello?
4 seconds is a lot of time.
A lot
Especially,
of time.
Like, I understand why she could have, I don't know, kicked it to the corner. I mean, I know that's a difficult pass to make, but it's there.
Literally, as soon as she hits, and you know she can make the pass. As soon as she crosses over.
Yeah, this could have been something. If not the skip pass to this, like this could have been a screen.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at too.
It's
She
the
could
Because
have.
thing.
if
She could have
like
flashed.
if
She
Sedona
could have
Prince if
flashed to
Sedona
the
Prince
front.
sets a screen right here, if Sedona Prince sets a screen right here, it's gonna be really hard for the defender to close out in the corner.
And I think the other girl is in the corner. So
Yeah,
it's like,
She is. She is.
that's
She's in the
why
corner.
they could have said that's why Sedona could have set a screen because the other girl is sitting there like she's open as hell. Sedona was kind of open, but she open as hell.
and I think is that Emma? I don't even think she had a bad game. Like I just don't understand. And I get, I don't want to say that like HBL is not somebody you can go to in a crunch time situation because that's what she's been for you all year. So I get putting the ball in her hand, but Sedona Prince is just put up 22 and 13. Give her the ball. Like and it's like it's not even that HBL got an open shot. Like the shot was it was a fucking contested shot.
To be honest, if they were gonna do that, then I think this should have just been thrown over the top to her, and you live with the results. It's just like this is the tallest person in that gym. Just let her go get it and see what happens. If they were just gonna do this,
Or even like decoy her, like set a post up hard, Sedona. Like act like you about to get the ball, so at least Haley can get a better look off. You already got two defenders crowding you. Both of them, like this was very much clown car hoops. At first I was gonna be like the girl from Oklahoma State is that shit is gonna haunt her for missing them fucking free throws. And then them bitches went down there and said, y'all got it. Mark. You like be for real. So I was flabbergasted. I was flabbergasted because TCU was actually down. I want to say they was down like 6 or 8 with like a minute and a half or a minute 40, something like that. And I was like, oh, Oklahoma State finna upset them. And then I looked at the score again and I was like, oh shit, they within one. Let me like watch this last little bit. How did y'all make a comeback and then stop at the end? Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What did y'all do to get here? That's another game that I feel like I need to go back and watch just at least the final quarter just to see what happened. It was like maybe I missed something, but I was like, this is silly. This is silly.
So I was looking at the first bracket projection for this year. So the 4 1 seeds are UCLA, South Carolina, USC, Notre Dame.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The 2 seeds are TCU, Texas, LSU, UConn.
TCU? Hold on. UConn? Okay, I'll take UConn. LSU. I'll allow LSU. Who the other ones? Texas.
Texas.
Okay, before I slander them, what's the score between Texas and Tennessee? I need to see something.
Texas is up by 5.
What quarter is it? Third?
It's halftime.
Oh, it's halftime.
So it's
And they only
40 to
up by
45 at halftime.
Yeah, it's 45 to 40.
What did I say that?
You said they
Yeah,
up by 5.
you said they were up 5.
Oh, I didn't. I don't know. I thought I missed up my words.
Nah, you did right. It's 45 to 40.
They only up by 5? See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I don't know
Tennessee was up 2 at the end of the first.
I don't know if I believe in Texas. And I don't know if I believe in them. I don't know if I believe in them. I know they just blew out Maryland. I don't even want to talk about the Terps. I don't want to talk about the Terps. I'm in mourning right now, actually. So we're not
Just
gonna
say
discuss
prayer.
them.
We can just say prayers up to Maryland.
Oh God. I don't know if I believe in Texas, but also I feel like they have to be a 2 seed because I don't think there's anybody else that I'm like you can definitely replace them with. Because they've beat like Oklahoma. Who else have they beat? Yeah, I don't know if I believe in it. I don't know. But I don't know. I feel like Texas and LSU, I feel the same way about both of them. Like, I don't know if I believe in y'all just quite yet. I believe in LSU just a tad more because Kaylin Gilbert has been kind of like, she might be the one. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they have to be 2 seeds. So that feels fair. And with Maryland's injuries, I think TCU being a 2 seed, that's okay. I'll allow it.
I don't know how long. I don't know how long Shot Seller is going to be out. They're listing her as day to day, but I don't know how long it'll be. I know that Bree McDaniel tore her ACL and she is out for the season. But so we'll see. The 3 seeds are Kentucky, Ohio State, Kansas State, and Maryland.
Funny enough, I was about to say, Kenny Brooks, you're still going to prison, but he is kind of my sleeper team a little bit. Clarence Strack kind of moving me. I don't know. Clarence Strack and Tioni Key kind of moving me. There's a vision there. I know Georgia Avamore is the star, but Tioni Key, Clarence Strack, I'm impressed.
And then the 4 seeds are Tennessee, Duke, North Carolina, and Oklahoma.
UNC? Okay. I'm going to let them have it. I mean, hold on. They did beat Kentucky. They beat the fuck out of Kentucky, actually. I think they beat Oregon. All right.
They're ranked. Where are they?
I think they're 12. I think they're top 15.
13. They're 13. 13.
Okay. I'm like, they're top 12, 15. Okay. I'll allow it. Okay. I'll allow it.
So, and then last 4 in are Virginia Tech, Washington, Harvard, and Iowa State.
My girls are on the last 4 in. Okay, it's fine.
First 4 out being Stanford, Florida, Clemson, and Seton Hall.
Florida should be. Hold on. Is Miami on there?
Let me see. I don't believe so.
Okay, I was ready to say because they're terrible. Florida, okay. Florida. Yeah, that left. The first 4 out are all teams that don't know if they want to be good. Stanford, child. Florida, child. Who were the other 2?
Clemson and Seton Hall.
Seton Hall is actually good. They just in the Big East. They can't help it.
Yeah.
They can't help it. Clemson though. Yeah, they don't know if they want to be for real or not. I feel bad that Seton Hall got to be group with them, but can't really help it. I don't know. I think that's a good top 16 though. There's nobody else that I'm kind of like. Oklahoma State is obviously one that I'm like, okay, y'all can move up. Um, who else? Kansas State is up there. Michigan. Well, I think they're kind of
So
middle of the park
Michigan,
right now.
yeah, they got Michigan up here as a 6th seed.
Okay. I feel like they're kind of middle of the pack right now with in the Big Ten. I think I don't know what their record is, but I feel like they've been kind of playing. Um, they've been kind of up and down, but also they're kind of led by freshmen. So I get them. I get them a little bit. Um, Minnesota has surprised me. They're kind of good. They're kind of good, which is wild. Um, yeah, Harvard is being carried by Harmony Turner. So congrats to them. And I don't know. I feel like Harvard was not good last year. So I kind of feel like Harmony Turner must have took a big ass leap because I don't I don't remember them being good.
I don't remember what did Harvard do last year.
Like the Ivies, I remember Princeton and Columbia being like, I think they won their conference championship. Like they tied for the season champion. But yeah, I don't remember Harvard being good.
Yeah, I remember. Like, I know Princeton was pretty good. I do
I
not
know,
remember. I do not
yeah, I
remember
know
Harvard basketball last year.
Princeton and Columbia were good. I think Brown was awful. Or maybe it was Dartmouth. I think it was Brown though. They were bad.
Let's see. Harvard was 16-12 last year.
Okay, so not bad.
It's not enough.
Yeah, I mean, like what's their record right now?
Right now, they are 14-2.
Oh, and they just beat did they beat Princeton the other day?
They
It might not have been this week. It might have been like 2 weeks ago, but it was really recent and it was like a really close game. I think Harmony Turner hit the game winner.
they lost to Princeton on the 11th.
Okay.
They they beat Brown pretty bad, like you said, and they beat UPenn on Monday, and they play Saturday against Yale.
Damn, who did they play? I swear. Wait, what was the Princeton score?
They lost by 2.
Okay, maybe it was the Princeton girl who got the game winner then. I feel like I remember watching the clip and being like, "Ooh, girl." Um, but okay, like Harvard, all right. But that's like I don't know. I feel like when people talk about Harmony Turner, like obviously she's playing really well, and I feel like people are now trying to be like, like somebody start like popping a little bit, and everybody's trying to like be on the wave of like,
Yeah, they
oh
was
my
like,
god, we all knew her. And it's like y'all did not know her. Y'all was not watching Harvard last season. Like, don't actually don't.
right.
But I think thinking about them last season really like highlights how well she's been playing because they weren't good. I mean, obviously they weren't bad, but they were like middle of the pack. So for them to, be getting really close to beating top teams and, putting away the bottom teams for sure, I think I think shows a lot of improvement for her. And just like how much she's improved. So that's cool. I like that. I think that adds a lot to her game. I'm excited for her too. I think she's gonna try to go to the draft, which I think she could. I think
Yeah, I kind of wonder what
about
her
it.
Yeah, what her draft prospect looks, how it looks for her, what her outlook is. But
I was,
I think she could be like a worthwhile piece to bring into like a training camp or something.
mhm, yeah, for sure. And too, since I don't know, I feel like too with like all the especially expansion happening like now, the next year, like this is kind of a good time for those younger players because even if you don't make the roster the first time, like still getting in there and showing that you can be serviceable in one way or another, I think helps them kind of in the long term. So I feel like Mark did a piece about her, but I might be misremembering.
Feel like I feel like you're right though. I feel like you're right.
I think he did one. Or either he was in the he did. I did read his piece recently. He did 10 of the like top most underrated players.
Mm.
Um and why they're underrated. That was actually really, really good. He made a good point because Staley Hurd is the girl from Oklahoma State who's been playing really well. Um, and he was in his thing. He wrote that Oklahoma State is a rebuilding team, and I was like, that's why they're so bad. I mean, they're not bad, but you know what I mean. Like they're, in my mind they're bad because they were bad last year, and they're obviously in a transition. So um, I think that's interesting. But yeah, that was pretty good. He had Serena Sundell on there, um, which I think she's still a
Uh,
junior. So
she is, I believe. I don't think she's like draft eligible, but I,
when she is, I will win. I will win.
definitely going to be a player worth bringing in. All right. So, WNBA free agency players are beginning to take meetings with teams,
Ugh.
and um, ESPN has put out an article, best fits for top 10 2025 WNBA free agents.
You want to share your screen?
I will. All right. So they're also not including Brianna Stewart and Nessa Agwumakay because they are expected to stay with their current teams. So the number one free agent on that list is Jewel Lloyd, and best fit is the Las Vegas Aces, which should come as no surprise. Um, there was an article released earlier today by Annie Constable of the Chicago Sun-Times saying that Jewel Lloyd would like to play in Vegas this season.
I
Don, how do you feel about that?
what I was I, I know I last year I had my share of Jewel Lloyd slander. Um, you know, she was shooting tour dates on a good team, and she was overall just kind of unserious. Um, I think she just thrives more in a role when there isn't so much on her. Like to me, I mean, she's just like she reminds me of Kelsey Plum with like uh a couple upgrades in her. Like it's like she's like Kelsey Plum with a new iOS update. Like it's obviously I both of them are great scoring guards. Um Obviously, Jewel has been, you know, one of the top scorers in the W multiple times. Uh, I just feel like both of them are like, it's like if you ask them to do number one stuff, it looks really nasty. Potentially, if you ask them to do number two stuff, it can look really nasty. If you ask them to like get in where you fit in and kind of like a clay in a sense, I think it looks really good. Or it can look really good. Uh, I also feel like Jewel cannot possibly be a worse playoff performer than Kelsey is. Uh, Again, I appreciate Kelsey for what she's done for my franchise, but Lord knows that girl has shot us out some games, and that is come playoff time. It looks really nasty. Like it looks even nastier than normal, and it's like, this just is not. I don't know. It's crazy. So, I mean. Obviously, a lot of the Aces best players are getting older. I mean, Asia's in her prime. Um, so it's just a matter of how long you kind of want to run with the core you have. But I mean, if your main thing is just going to be, because even if they would have ran the exact same team back, would I have been probably a little annoyed? Yeah. I still would have felt like we would have been like in the title run. So I couldn't have been too upset. But if you're gonna be like, okay, we're just gonna upgrade on the margins and just replace Kelsey Plum with Jewel, sounds good to me.
That's fair.
Am I gonna
Um,
miss her? Yeah, but it sounds good to me.
I don't know
and
if
the other,
Jules. I don't know if Jules' best fit is Vegas. Like I feel like it's a cute idea, but I think to what you said, Don, about her being the third option. Honestly, I feel like Jewel needs to be. I think she could be option one or two, but everybody else, I don't know. I feel like people just have to conform to her game, and it's like okay, when you play next to Stewie, like Stewie can do everything, so there's like opportunity for you to like I don't know. I think that it like Jewel can kind of do whatever she wants because we know Stewie can clean up on the other end. And I think the problem with her now is that they're expecting her to perform consistently all the time. And I don't know if that's ever really been her bag. And I think to the point of like swapping her and KP, I feel like they make, like you said, they're kind of similar. Like Jewel just has a better bag, I would say. But they're both pretty streaky. But I mean, in Vegas, it works because you got Asia who can just do whatever. You know what I'm saying? She can fill in the gaps. And you also got a Jackie who can fill in the gaps. So I think she could work in Vegas, but I don't know if that's her best place. I think it's maybe the easiest, but I don't know.
so they also have Chicago as a top option. Is there is there a third team that you would like to see, Jewel?
The Los Angeles Sparks.
Hmm.
I set my agenda up for this before. I honestly don't remember the context of it. I don't know if it was a trade for something or what, but I just remember saying that, and I now have to stick with it. Um, I will say Jewel as a number one option, like a championship number one option, sounds really nasty. But Jewel on a as a number one option on like a team that's trying to like we getting things together. to contend eventually. Jewel mentoring like Cam Brink and Rakia Jackson and Ray Burrell and things of that nature, I think sounds really good. Um,
Out.
oh, I know what it was. We were talking about trading Jewel Lloyd for the second pick or the third pick in the draft, so
Oh
that
yeah.
Seattle can get Kiki or Yafin. Um, yeah, I think that's gonna be my headcanon. It's my agenda.
I don't know. The third team, I don't really know because I think if Connecticut, would keep all they had and they, maybe lost who they lose? Veronica Burton. I don't know. I could see a Jewel being in a Connecticut. I think could be a little cute little wrinkle. Um, and I think that kind of takes that pressure off of DB having to like carry because I feel like we saw that Marina easing the load a little bit, but if you can get one more person in there to like, all right, we can count on her to do something. I don't know. I feel like that could be a cute look. I feel like though people are viewing Connecticut in a rebuild, so I don't think people are like, I don't think anybody wants to send anybody there. I don't know. They can get their pieces back. I think that could be cute. I was trying to think about Jewel next to obviously New York doesn't deserve nice things, but like a Jewel next to a Sabrina, like I don't know.
The idea of Jewel in New York honestly moves me more than Satu in New York. People be talking about Satu in New York, and people try to make that sound scary, and I just can't.
I think it
That
just, which we're gonna get to it. It's on here, but I think it's the idea of them having a player who can do so much to where you can put her in different roles with different lineups and it can work out. But to me, for New York, I think it depends on what you're losing. Like,
Is
if
she next?
I'm New York,
Is Atu next?
no, no,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no, no, she's not next. But I'll wait though, because we do have to get there. The second free agent on this list is Alyssa Thomas, and her best fit is staying in Connecticut.
wait. Why is this? If he's ranking free agents, why is Jewel over Alyssa Thomas?
Oh wait, Jewel was number one. I assume she was
Yeah,
number
Jewel is
10.
one. No,
Okay.
Jewel is one. ATU is
Okay.
number. Jewel is one. ATU is two.
Agendas are at play. Agendas are at play. Actually, yeah. Clock that, because agendas are at play. What? Anyways,
It's a little nasty, but it's funny that they just said like, yeah, your best fit is staying where your ass was at. Actually,
It's
uh,
funny. It's funny because the other potential fit is something that Jemay mentioned earlier, and it is going to Minnesota.
this is
wait,
all of
wait,
this.
get the
To
I
be
moment.
honest, all of this is the Jemay. This Alyssa Thomas part is the Jemay agenda. Like
Hey,
like
look, listen, listen.
she originally said they just need to keep everything together, and now
Clock
they,
it.
this is Minnesota. I don't know.
I,
Fee Alyssa Thomas, Kayla McBride, Fee
listen, listen, listen.
Bridget
I
Carlton, bro. Like, come clock it. We like the
Courtney
material
Williams,
is there.
Yeah,
Alyssa
I'd be
Thomas.
moved by that.
Dorka,
Okay,
come on, bro. Like you can't. Like the vision is
okay.
there.
Does it say if she did go to Minnesota, would it have to be like a sign and trade?
it would be because Connecticut court her.
Okay, so if you are Minnesota, or if you are the Mercury, sorry, if you are the Sun, are you starting all the way over?
Yes.
What
If
pick
you're
do they
trading
have
the
next year?
AT, if you're
So
trading because if you're trading AT, DB is a free agent. Dejanay is restricted. Like you're basically so. Let's say you keep Dejanay, you're still probably because Bree Jones is a free agent too. Like the whole team is
I already say you only got Dejanay, Ty Harris, and oh no.
Marina.
So on
Marina.
Arena.
So that
Which
damn, I feel honestly, I would feel bad for Marina for like she's been in the best position she'd ever been to like win something, and then like that shit just
Everybody
falls
leave.
apart as soon as she gets there.
exactly,
Um,
that's what I'm saying. I need to run it back. But, whatever.
but if you are the Sun, what to me, if I'm the Sun, I'm definitely at the very least asking for Diamond Miller and Peely. Like I need that.
I don't think the Sun won't Peely. Don Miller, yes.
Yeah, I
If
do
I'm
think
the
I
Sun,
do think I think Diamond would almost
I
certainly
need every young
be gone
player
in that
you
move.
got. And I'll figure out if I don't want them later. But right now, I need them.
wait, hold on. Because, okay, Minnesota only they got Courtney, Fee, Kayla McBride, Bridget Carlton. Do they, Xander Cini is gone. Mike
Hmm.
Hines Allen is a free agent. Teach Hadam is a free agent. They didn't sign Olivia Popu. Diamond Miller and Alyssa Peely. Shit, they only got 6 people in there. So I guess I don't want Peely. I don't want Peely in Connecticut. I'm sorry. We need to get somebody else on the phone. Listen, get Seattle on the phone. Send Diamond to Seattle and send Jewel to Connecticut. Now everybody happy. AT, you go ahead to Minnesota. I mean, I don't think them niggas happy, but it worked out for me. They need to get somebody else on the phone. I don't know. I don't know who they're gonna call, but y'all need to get somebody else on the phone.
What if the Lynx in their offseason and their starting lineup is Courtney Williams, the Bridget Carlton, Kayla McBride, and Kennedy Carter?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's a hard no. Matter of fact, no. Mm-mm. It's a no for me. It's a no for me. It's a no for
Yeah,
me.
I just feel like I don't know. I know she looks like the common denominator, but I just cannot help but feel like,
Being a drama,
yeah.
I don't
But
want.
I can't help
I'm
but feel
not.
like this situation was not her. I just can't
I'm
help but
not
feel that
gonna.
way.
I'm saying no in Minnesota, not because she's a drama, but because I don't feel like she fits. Like, I don't think Kennedy is a selfish player, but I think she's a little bit too ball dominant for Minnesota system.
Okay, that's fair.
Now, in the Connecticut, I'm trying to think about in Connecticut, like, could she work? And it's like, maybe? I don't know. I need
I
to
mean,
sit down. I need to
If
think about.
Connecticut is starting over,
Yeah, I mean, you had nothing to lose if you pick her up, but I don't know. I think I need to think about where I think she would actually fit really well. I need to think about it. I haven't thought about it.
The Las
um,
Vegas Aces.
You just throwing shit at the wall.
Listen, well, listen. Look. We do a sign and trade for Kelsey Plum, and we actually get Bree Jones because Connecticut's gonna do
Now
Connecticut's just go ahead
that's the greed from the Bible.
Connecticut's just gonna go ahead. We're just gonna do two sign and trades and swap them, and then uh a pick in 2030. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get you a 10th grader on down the line when Asia doing something else. And we get Kenny Carter, you know? Then
I'm
we
hanging up. I'm hanging up in your face because who the fuck are you? Like, I'm hanging up. I'm hanging up. Next caller. Next caller. Alyssa Thomas. Hold on, but to hold on once to the links. Okay, obviously, yeah, the Sun links. The Phoenix thing is cooked. I only was allowing it because they had DT and BG, and I was like, one final run. That's a cute little thing. Since they're gone, that shit is cooked. I don't want to see DB or DT. I mean DB or AT in that city. So, Phoenix, no, it's a hard no for me. Dallas though, we could put her back up there. We could put her back up there, especially if they're not gonna get all these Sims. I think it could work.
Oh, it's a good point too. Next on this list is Emma Meeseman.
Okay.
What's
so
this list?
before we discuss this, why does everybody think Emma Meeseman coming back? Like, what? Did somebody say something?
It has to me, it has to be because the Sun hired the coach from is that Belgium?
Oh, okay.
So her best fit is the Connecticut Sun. So
Okay.
that and then the other two options are Minnesota and New York. But it has to be because I feel like they're kind of just saying, "Oh, she's gonna come back," because the Belgium head coach is going to Connecticut now.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But
I would say I don't see why she would go anywhere but Connecticut if that's the reason she comes back.
I don't see like the other, to me, them putting Minnesota and New York is just a placeholder because I feel like you said, if she comes Connecticut.
Yeah. And even still, I don't know if she even fits.
Yeah.
With New York. I mean, Minnesota, maybe. I could see Minnesota a bit more than New York, but I don't know. I feel like
they got the links. It says the links are here because they hired Coach Tebow to be their assistant.
So they literally only placed this lady because of coaches, not because
coaching
of fit.
Connections.
They're not
coaching
serious.
Connections.
This is what I'm talking about. They're not a serious organization.
And then it says the Liberty because she played in EuroLeague with Stewie.
Go to hell. Whoever wrote this section, you're cooked. You're cooked. Like what?
Tampering.
So
of course it's him. Of course it's him. Like let's move on. He make me mad every time.
Kelsey Plum is next on this list, and her best fit is with Golden State.
I just want to point out that I love how all of these best fits are just Twitter agendas. Because what the fuck is she doing in Golden State? Not that I don't want to see her and Natalie together.
They said,
but they ain't got nothing going on in there.
That's why they said this best fit. Best fit. You done won your 2 championships. Go get some stats.
And go have your team.
Go have some fun.
I guess.
Yeah.
KP leading the team. Actually, no, I kind of vibe with that though, especially with how she does dog camp. I kind of vibe with that. I can see.
Golden State would be fun just because I don't want the expansion team to be like basement dwellers in their first season. Like I would like to see.
Now, Jay, you know. They didn't even core Monique Billings, bro. They're not a serious organization. They're not serious.
Talk about that for a second. Because to me, why are you drafting her? Why are you drafting Monique Billings as an unrestricted free agent and then not coring her and just letting her become an unrestricted free agent? Make that make sense to me. Like I told you, I was like, can somebody explain this to me? Like I'm 5 years old, because I don't get it. I feel like you just let her become an unrestricted free agent anyway. I thought the whole point of drafting an unrestricted free agent in expansion is to have the rights to core her and to negotiate.
Yeah.
So I
I
don't
didn't
get that.
understand it because two good bigs are hard to come by. And Monique, 2 years ago, I would have been like, y'all are nuts. But after what we seen last year, Bookie, she done raised her stock. The draft stock is up. We've seen the material. You could have got a little something. You know what I'm saying? Like, we could have, I think they could have got something good, traded her off. But I don't know, child. Anyways, Golden State. See, and then LA and Seattle. What the fuck is KP gonna do in Seattle and LA? Like,
Okay, so to me, the Seattle thing just feels like KP for Jewel swap. That's one. And two, KP played at Washington. Like that's it for me.
literally, they didn't think about that. They didn't think about that. LA makes no sense either. Cause like, what's she doing with Rakia and Cam?
It's similar to Don saying that he would like to see Jewel with the Sparks. It just feels adjacent to that because
Yeah.
it's just like, oh yeah, we're gonna get a veteran guard to go play with the kids over there in LA.
If I can get that pick and I can get Asia and baby Asia, I might let me get that. Actually, we
You
can.
trading the number 2 pick. You trading the number 2 pick for Kelsey Plum if you're LA and you're starting over.
Would I do
Fuck
that?
no.
No. But
Fuck
I
no.
have seen some very, very bad trades in my life. When I tell you these scenarios come into my head because there have been so many trades in my life where I said, who the fuck would do that? And they got fucking done. GMs and stuff will just be like, you know what? That makes sense to me. And like, it don't even be like in hindsight, like this is bad. It'd be like everyone knew this is bad from jump and you did it anyway. So I feel like as a GM, I would be known as a nigga that asks for anything. Like niggas would have to hang up on me. I would
Yeah.
be the nigga that'd be like, let me get your MVP caliber player for a second round pick and the six man. And then when you be like, nah, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay, my bad, my bad. I was just playing. I'm just playing. All right, let's
I was
try to
just
make
playing
this.
anyway.
I
I
was
just want,
I just
yeah, I just wanted to holler at you. I just wanted to see. I just wanted to
just
Damn,
see.
get it, put a feel out there.
yanking your chain, man. You know I missed you. I ain't talked to you in a minute. You know, my bad, my bad. Let's get
I'm
serious.
hollering.
But yeah, I
But
would be bullshitting on that phone. No, I'm sorry.
but yeah, Golden State for Kelsey would be fun, and it's not just because of Natalie and because of Kate Martin. I think that could be that would make them an interesting team.
Who else they got? Xander Lassini. Do they
Kayla
have
Thornton,
anybody signed? Oh, Kayla Thornton. Kate Martin.
who's
Oh,
their
Timmy.
bigs?
Okay.
Oh,
I
that's right,
mean,
Timmy Fake-Minley,
okay.
Ileana Repair.
Okay. That could be fun. All right. This is still Twitter vibes, but I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
It is. It is.
I'll
It
allow it.
is. It's some agendas at work. Let's see. The next free agent on this list is Brittany Griner.
I just want
Any
to
guess?
say about Brittany Griner, it's insane that she decided to be a free agent. I really like now it's really clear to me she was only in Phoenix because Diana was her bestie. Otherwise, I think she would have cooked them a long time ago. Because literally just last year she was like, I'm never leaving Phoenix. And now
Just like
Diana
Phoenix is
said,
home.
I'm a family woman now. And BG said, I'm good. Like what? Anyway, go ahead.
Before you show this, I would just like to say I think BG's best spot is the house.
Don't be disrespectful, Donovan.
It's
That
funny
my
that you
girl,
say that.
my girl
It's
is a
funny that you
legend.
say that, Don. It's funny that you say that because BG's best fit is the Las Vegas Aces.
Bro. Not not in the year of my Lord 2025.
Hold on. So you would take Jewel Lloyd but not Brittany Griner.
Yeah, it's not
Don, come on,
2016.
come
Listen,
on.
okay,
Hold
Don,
on, no, because BG is a lot of things. Okay, but BG next to Asia, come on. They
yeah.
could never lose a
I
game. They could never lose a
listen.
game.
I was gonna say.
What year is this?
Now it
Listen,
don't
though.
matter.
Listen. It's not about okay. You're not getting. MVP DPOY Brittany Griner. But if you're the Aces, do you need that out of a big that is playing next to Asia Wilson?
The Aces won a championship with Kia Stokes shooting threes. Come on, like come on,
You know what?
come on.
You know what? I think you're right. I'm sorry to you both. You know what? Yeah, I can see that. I think I'm just a little biased. Uh, yeah. You know what? I can see that. I don't need her to be that actually. Uh, and what I think my hang up was gonna be how much money are we giving her? But the Aces don't have money anyway, so
Yeah. If she goes to the Aces, it's for nothing.
it,
So
it's something under the table. So. You know what? My apologies, BG, actually. I'm coming I can admit when I'm wrong. I'm seeing the light.
um, the other options were staying with Phoenix or going to Dallas. So the thing about Dallas for me is how many more bigs? How many more bigs do they need? Now, obviously, caveat here is Tierra McCowan is probably getting traded if Dallas brings BG in. Like that, I feel like that has to be a given. But I don't know. The doubling down on bigs thing for Dallas, which I know that they're, expected to. Enrique is the franchise, and they're bringing in Paige Beckers more most likely with the first pick. So I understand wanting to have a better big than what they have, but
I don't even. I mean, honestly, again, the Phoenix and Dallas thing, I know it's purely off of just where she from because they just
yeah,
they didn't anything. But I think the difference for me with a BG and a Tierra is that at least BG knows she needs to look to score. Like she ain't gonna do shit else, but she gonna try to score. Like you know what I'm saying? She'll try to score, and I think that's kind of been Dallas's problem. But also, I feel like I don't know. I feel like if you what's the word? Give spirit to somebody. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Hype somebody up. I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Um, do that for Big T. Like I feel like they're fine. And even if you don't want to do that for Big T, like Kalani is a willing scorer. So like you don't really need BG to do that. But I get it. I get it. I don't even know where they would send Big T. Lord, my girl. She can go next to hold on. I'm gonna think about that. Continue though.
Satu Sabali is next. So this is like probably the most obvious one that the best fit is the New York Liberty because she wants to play with her sister and with
Okay.
Savannah probably.
So who they give up?
To me,
Yeah.
do you give up?
I think it's JJ, but what do you think? Hold on, let me say that.
I thought we were assuming it would be JJ.
I already say I
Really?
don't think that's a good idea per
Yeah,
se,
it's one of those things. It's
but I
like
think she has to be the one that's out. I
Really?
mean,
That's interesting to
yeah.
me. Okay, so for me, I thought it would be Phoebus and Benaja.
You'd give B-Bitch? I don't know.
I'm not saying I would. I'm
I
just
know. I
saying.
mean, yeah, okay.
I'm just saying. Is that what Dallas asks for?
I mean, if I'm Dallas, yeah, bring me both of them. Actually, like if that's what y'all want, y'all got it. Y'all got it. I don't know. I feel like if Dallas got Phoebich and Benijah for Satu, they up. They up. Like they literally can't lose. Like I'm sorry. Like you just got you a 6'4" wing who can defend and shoot consistently, and she's never hurt. But not to go do nothing else. Your defense just went up 50. Dallas is up. Dallas is up. Actually, Kurt, get on the phone. Kurt, get on the phone. Make the call. Actually, make the call. Yeah, that's a fleece in my opinion. But my girls win, so I don't care.
And the other two options are Indiana and Phoenix.
They want Satu to be in Indiana so bad, and
Yeah,
I'm like,
I've heard. I feel like we've heard the Satu to the Fever pitch for a minute now.
I just want to know what they think Satu gonna do for us.
To me,
seriously, like genuinely, like what do they think? Well,
I
Satu
get it.
agree.
Okay, I get it. I get it in the sense of what we talked about before, where if Kelsey Mitchell is still there, that kind of gives you a wing because you have Caitlin, Kelsey, Satu, and Aaliyah. So that gives you like a core that could be competitive.
What's our starting five? Oh, Nalissa.
Melissa, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm moved by the Satu to Indiana thing. I don't know if I'm moved by that, and mostly because I feel like Indiana, if we're gonna upgrade a position, Nalissa, I feel like is the answer. Like not the answer, but I mean like she would be the person that I'm looking to replace. Like in this instance, you're replacing Lexi Hole. And given and just thinking about how like the shots were split, you got Caitlin and Kelsey taking 15 shots each. Aaliyah really should be taking 15 shots if we being for real, but she probably gonna take 10. How many y'all think Satu gonna take? You know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like the now the margins are much more slim for what, like, you know what I'm saying? Like people, each player has to do more with less. And I think with players like Caitlin and Kelsey, that don't really work. So then you start to skim it off of Aaliyah, and we've seen how well Aaliyah not really getting touches worked.
Right.
Reader, it did not work. So I don't know if that's the. I don't really think that that's the. Now if we didn't have Kelsey Mitchell, if we had like a I don't know, so we don't have Kelsey Mitchell, then I might be like, okay, because now you kind of have somebody to be, you have the versatility on the wing in Satu, but then you can still have somebody like Nalissa, who if, you know, Caitlin's having a bad night or Satu's having a bad night, you kind of still have somebody there that's kind of like serviceable. So I don't know if I really like it. It feels like adding Satu feels like too many cooks in the kitchen. Especially with the way they want Caitlin to play. Now, if Caitlin was just a smooth, like, pass first, I'm not really looking to score, I might be like, okay. But yeah, that's my spiel.
I think that's valid. Bree Jones.
Come to the
Best fit.
Aces.
Best fit is staying with Connecticut.
Exactly. Stay at home, Bookie. Stay at home. Why they put the Dallas Wings on here? Oh Lord. No funny shit. Hold on. Just no funny shit. If you didn't know shit about the WNBA, you would think there are only 4 teams. Because damn, like Atlanta can't get better.
I honestly really like Bree Jones in Atlanta.
Yeah, I know that I'm biased here, but I was like, damn, like the dream thing be up here. Like, because I mean, our big last year was Tina Charles. Is Tina Charles going to play basketball in 2025?
I need Tina Charles to play basketball in 2025. I'm not gonna lie. I need it.
Oh, I love Tina. Like I do.
She's insane. I love her though.
Yeah.
Bree Jones in Atlanta. I mean, I'm a very post first kind of person. Well, with their coach now, they're going a little bit more the stretch the floor thing. But I don't know. I feel like whenever in doubt, you need a bucket. Bree Jones is the girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, she can get down there and get you something. So I don't know how well she's gonna work in Carl Smecko's system, but I wouldn't turn her down.
Yeah. I would like to see it. Duana Bonner. Best fit is going to Phoenix, and the other two are staying in Connecticut and going to Indiana.
Okay. Where is the Mystics? Where's the Dream? Where's
the Valkyries got one, like Chicago.
I think we've seen Chicago once. Like where
Chicago one time.
We getting some teams now. It's been a rotation of the Mercury, the Sun. We just got a couple fever ones.
Dallas and New York. Like, damn, y'all the only people who exist.
Yeah, you got a couple of aces. We got one Sparks. We got one Seattle.
We got one Lynx.
One Lynx.
Insane.
One Liberty.
Insane. 13 teams and only 4 people need help.
No, the reigning champions can only the only person that they may need is Elizabeth Thomas, or the reigning runner-up. Excuse me. I almost forgot.
And they all it was just AT for Minnesota, and it was just Satu for the Liberty.
And that was a maybe AT, not even a real AT, but like maybe AT could work. Like, come on. They unserious. This is why ESPN is an unserious organization. Duana Bonner in Phoenix she was only going to Phoenix for Diana Taurasi. That lady is hanging it up. So Duana's career in Phoenix, hanging it up. Okay. Maybe she want to do a little retirement run. No, I think we've closed that chapter. Now DB is somebody I could take in Indiana. I like that.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like fitting in terms of the role.
Cause I like that because you could if hold on. If Caitlin Clark could commit to playing off ball, hold on. Because this could work. You could have Grace, Caitlin. Hold on. Grace, Caitlin, Lexi, DB, and Damaris Dantas. That is a good second string. Come on. That's a good lineup.
That could be fun. It's funny because part of that is Steph White being in Indiana now.
That's a good
And
hold on. I see the vision. I see that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think something that I think helps here is that DB is she's a lower usage player on offense in the sense that she's more interested in getting shots up.
Yeah.
And not necessarily in handling the ball and setting up the offense.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is good. Like if you got Caitlin setting everybody up, if she's setting up DB for an open shot, you like your chances there.
Yeah. And I think too, DB plays a little bit better when she doesn't have to set up her own stuff. Like she can go get a bucket if she need to, but if you in a crunch, she can get something shaking for you. But she cool, and she'll come off the bench. She's a good mentor. That's who we need to be calling. Actually, let's actually, what's the lady name? Kelly. Let's get on the phone. Kelly.
She gonna teach Aaliyah Boston her step through, and that's gonna be what really take y'all over.
Yep, that's who we want. That's who I want actually. Do want about to Indiana. Let me start the agenda tomorrow.
Kelsey Mitchell, best fit is staying with the Fever. Other top options: Seattle and Vegas.
I do think Kelsey's best fit is Indiana. Am I biasly saying that? Yes. Because I think she finally, I just feel like she finally found the sweet spot of her game. And Kelsey's 29. I feel like she finally found the this or better. And I'm trying to think of somewhere else she could go that could she could help. Specifically with playing off ball. I mean, she could. I was going to say she could maybe be useful in Atlanta. But then that kind of throws off their rotation. So I don't know about that. Minnesota don't need her. Going to LA would be purely for the vibes. Connecticut has Marina. I guess Seattle could work. If Seattle doesn't have a jewel, Kelsey Mitchell can work.
Yeah. I think the Seattle and Vegas thing is if assuming that Jewel is gone, or for Vegas assuming that KP is gone, I can see it working.
Yeah, those work for them. Because I think she plays best off ball. And all of those teams have solid PGs. So yeah. I like that. Those could work. They did good on this one. Think of that vocal. Back-to-back good ones.
Chicago Sky.
Courtney Vandersloot, best fit is the Minnesota Lynx.
Minnesota Lynx.
I didn't think about this. This is nice.
Hold on. Courtney Vandersloot. She got to be the backup PG. She can't take Courtney's spot. But let me think about this.
Yeah.
Who is their second string? Hold on. Let's think about this.
Natisha
Hardeman?
She's a free agent, I think.
Right. Yeah.
So you swapping a Sloot for the teacher Heidemann. I kind of like it. I
think I do.
Because I think we've seen Courtney Vandersloot do her best work off the bench. I like that. They ate with that one. Mm-hmm.
I do like that. Other top option is the Chicago Sky, which we've heard that he is their top option in terms of looking to bring in a point guard for next year.
You know, I really love, that they're trying to get a real PG in Sloot. And I think that's going to work well for Angel and Camilla. But I need everybody to stop playing with Lindsay Allen. Like, she didn't do a good job. I give my sisters a role player, but let's not do too much. Let's not do too much on Lindsay Allen. Okay. I'll accept Chicago. It seemed like a vibes thing, but it works.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, but
I guess it just.
Oh, go ahead.
I do kind of like Minnesota though.
Yeah, like that's a cute little wrinkle. I like that.
This list is getting a little better as we go down.
Yeah, I do like that.
That's a cute wrinkle. I like that. I do like that. Mm-hmm.
That is it.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. I like that.
Well, I don't know what to expect out of free agency. This could either change my life or make me want to kill myself. But we'll see if the Aces decide to disrespect me.
How? I don't know how. Okay, so what is your worst case scenario for the Aces? Like, what do they have
Kelsey
to do for you to be like, I want to die? Okay, for just nothing. Just what do you mean by nothing? Let's expound upon that.
Like, just some bullshit. Like, if she gets signed to trade to the Valkyrie, it's some bullshit. Cause ain't nothing there. I don't want none of that. I don't want nothing they got. Now, if they still have Monique Billings, maybe it'd be like, okay, I can pick and choose out of that. But like, ain't no Monique Billings there. It's like I don't. Let me get Kate Martin back then.
You can get Timmy.
Timmy and what?
Timmy and Kate.
Is that? Can you do that?
The money, that would be beneficial to y'all because both of them are cheap.
No, it's just the only reason I'm asking, can you do that? I guess I don't know if there's ever been a time during the expansion draft where someone has traded for someone they let go in the expansion draft. Like I just don't know if that's like you're allowed to do. Like it sounds like trading for a player that you traded, and I don't think you can do that within like isn't like a year? Like it takes like a year before you do that. Because I remember we won at like
I don't know the exact like science of it, but
because it was a couple times like I remember obviously the WNBA and the NBA operate a little bit differently, but I know we had like traded Daniel Tice back or traded Daniel Tice in like the summer, and then we couldn't trade for him during like the trade deadline because we had traded him early that year, but then we traded for him like the next year. It's just weird. I don't know.
But I mean, y'all didn't really trade her. She was available.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Like,
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that's different or not. That would be interesting.
So what about if you can't take Kate, what about a Xander Lassini and Timmy? I'm a little moved by that. I'm not gonna lie.
I kind of am, honestly, because to me that's like a
margin fix.
Yeah. To be honest, I am a superb exaggerator. So, honestly, it's not. It's many things Ace could do that I really be like upset about, especially considering I still have Asia Wilson at the end of the day. I would not be surprised if some of the things last year was just a too many cooks situation. And maybe if you do end up getting rid of Kelsey Plum and you just get more like complementary pieces instead of like a go-to scorer, then that leaves Chelsea being able to do what she does whenever she feels like it. Asia can still be Asia 24/7. Um, then you got Jackie Young and Tip, and then everybody else just kind of like gets in where they fits in. I think that's kind of fine because there were plenty of times where somebody would shoot the ball that was not Asian and it would piss me off, and less people that does that, the better. Um, so yeah, maybe I shouldn't be so doom and gloom, but I enjoy being dramatic.
Being
The
dramatic.
Aces that if not the Aces, I don't know if it's possible for them to have a bad offseason.
Yeah.
Like,
Because I feel like they only really need to improve upon the margins. Like, even if you lose KP, like, you just need somebody else to play for real, for real. Like, somebody you can put in, maintain. You don't really need him to go crazy. You just need him to steady the ship until you bring your starters back.
yeah, because Becky does not go deep into her bench anyway. So,
And she need to cut that shit out. She need to figure that out. They got to figure that out really bad. You can't be doing the 6 deep shit. Like, you need to go at least 9.
6, you gotta have at least 8 at the very least.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of surprised though that nothing has happened yet. But then again, wasn't it last year where everybody did some shit on the last day?
Yeah,
We
it
were
like
like,
all
damn,
came
ain't
in at
nobody
once.
traded. Yeah.
Let's see, when do the moves like actually start?
The 15th, I think.
Players can officially sign with teams starting on the 1st.
Oh, the 1st of February.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
So
yeah,
next Saturday is when
it's gonna get crazy.
Okay. But
I think there's
okay,
gonna
they
be a
can
lot of
talk
movement.
now, but they can't sign to the 1st. Okay.
Yeah. Which I'm sure some deals will leak out before then.
Oh, yeah, of course. Especially with everybody being at Unrivaled. Like, imagine you find, I don't know.
The only thing that
Imagine they find out
honestly,
that AT is getting the Minnesota deal done.
The way Fee would create a trade where now she's on the laces. Actually, let's do a swap.
my only really big want that I want for this free agency off season is I want Shams to close his fucking phone because
Oh.
you don't talk about these niggas any other time except to break some news. You now you doing too much.
To
I
me,
don't.
that's more of a
It's more of an ESPN issue.
It's more of an agent thing.
I would say that's
Because
the age. Yeah.
because that's like oh, I'm taking this to Shams because yeah.
It's not like that's
And they
nasty.
need to stop. I actually I kind of hate the breaking news thing anyway. Like I understand the importance of it. I get it. And I understand being first. I do. I know that gives you some sort of credibility. But I kind of hate it because y'all don't even be having full details. Y'all just want to be the first person to be like, oh, by the way, Brianna Stewart getting traded. Bit like to who? Like, what are they getting back? Like, where are the details? Like,
Yeah, it really is like a race to see like who can get the story out first. And it's like I would rather the story be fleshed out.
yeah, give me the
Like
details. Let me
I'd
know what's
rather
happening.
yeah. But yeah, it's free agency is going to be something for sure.
I do think it'll be fun because, like, it's an opportunity. What, there are 6 players who got cored?
Yes.
Like, that's literally half the league. Like, that could really flip a lot of shit over. And I'm gonna die when Brianna Stewart is traded. I don't know where she's going, but
that would be the funniest outcome. I don't
some
think
real big brain
like
3D
the two
chess.
of the players that were cord. I don't think Stewie and like this list, they didn't have Stewie or Neka on their list because they were like they're not going nowhere,
yeah,
and that would be the funniest thing if they go.
yeah.
It's like, yeah, Stewie's like, yeah, I accomplished my mission. I won a championship for a team who has never had one in my home state. So I'm actually ready to get the fuck on.
And Stewie is so funny too because I feel like even before the season started, she was kind of like, "Yeah, I'm not signing that shit." And I don't even think it was necessary to be negative, but she was like, "Yeah, no, we'll wait till the CBA drops. We'll see y'all next year." Like, girl, have a little shit.
Honestly, I feel like as a player, for me, if my team offered me a contract before that CBA or beyond the CBA, I feel like that's disrespectful because like nigga, you think I'm stupid. Like that contract say 2027? I'm definitely not coming back now because you think I'm stupid. Are you crazy?
You think I don't pay attention?
You think we
Well,
don't
some of these motherfuckers don't. So, I mean, if you can get by,
I'm sure the Players Association be pulling them to the side like you listen to me. Don't do that. Do not mess this up.
like if you are not fighting for, or if you feel like maybe like if you get an injury or something, you probably gonna get cut or whatever, and you sign a slightly long term past the CBA. Okay, I get it. Because some people don't have leverage to be like, yeah, I don't want to wait till 2026 because somebody's just gonna be like, well, if you wait till 2026, you just not gonna be here.
yeah.
But if you got some clout and you talking about some, yeah, let's go to 2028. I can't trust your judgment anywhere, actually.
Well, okay. Well, we see this is how Jewel gets in the situation she in. You signed an extension for what, 3 years? Now look at you, ready to go. When you could have set your ass in free agency. Whatever though.
Silly goose.
It's actually funny because what Ka did that same thing, and then she was like, "Actually, get me the fuck out of here." She's still wild for that, by the way. Yep.
That is very funny.
Jay, would you like to say the line?
Yes, I believe all hearts and minds are clear.
Well, this has been another episode of Pub 3. I am Paragon Don.
I'm Jemay.
And I'm Jay Trent.